Okay guys, so today was Selection Sunday. It's what we've been waiting for all season long, and I just haven't felt well. I don't know if it's the weather, it's like sleeting out, it's cold. Just haven't felt well the last couple of days, but I promise you, this week I have all kinds of awesome things planned for the vlog. Uh, I do plan on doing the final top 10, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's going to be different. It may just include a list at the end of tomorrow's credits, whatever I do tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to give you my picks in 2 vlogs, or if I'm going to just do it all in one vlog. I don't know. I may just film what I do every year. I fill out brackets for ESPN, the bracket challenge or whatever, tournament challenge, and I usually do tons of brackets for that. I mean, you could do more than one, but the first one I do is my main predictions and stuff. But anyway, this is an early assessment of the brackets. I may cut to my computer screen again, although the quality isn't that good when I do that. But some of the things that stood out, this is the initial thing, my initial response to some of the matchups. I think Gonzaga getting the West, that was expected, but it's really going to make an easy bracket for like a Cinderella team coming out. But I tell you what, the West really favors Ohio State. I'm really liking Ohio State in the West, because the West, like I said, it's just tough for me to think of Gonzaga the number 1 seed. That they just, somebody told, well, I think ESPN said that Gonzaga doesn't beat anybody in the top 15 all season or something. I mean, just crazy. Their strength of schedule is like 93, and I'm sure if Indiana was Gonzaga, they probably wouldn't have lost a game. But anyway, I do think Gonzaga's good. I do think they're a top 10 team. Just a little too much to be on the number 1 seed. I did project them as the number 1 seed just because I knew that was going to happen. But anyway, so that really, in the West, Ohio State is looking good. But yeah, in the West, Ohio State's looking good. The only thing is that second round game, possible matchup between Notre Dame and Ohio State. Either of those teams could give Ohio State trouble, but I'm really liking how Ohio State came out. Another thing about the brackets, the SEC, I really didn't feel like they'd put in less than 4 teams. I really didn't. Even though the conference was weak a couple years ago, I said they would only put in 3 teams, and they ended up putting in 4. And I just thought they would put in 4, and they didn't. Kentucky's out, which I expected. I called that, but I expected Tennessee to get in, and they didn't. So, and I think they were the 4th team of the SEC, and the SEC did not put them in. So, the selection committee did not put them in. So Tennessee's out, and the SEC gets 3 teams in. Okay, so Kansas is another concern of mine. Number 1 seed. I think they're right on the borderline of a number 1 seed. I don't know if I'd quite give them the number 1 seed. Just like yesterday, I didn't feel like they should get it. I think they should most definitely be a number 2 seed. But I think those other teams in good conferences that are so much better, I think. I mean, I feel Duke is better, which I don't think Duke should be a number one seed. And that just brings me to my biggest complaint of Selection Sunday. I mean, it just has me, and you guys have to know what I'm talking about. I am in shock. Miami not getting a number one seed. It is unbelievable. I think they should have got a number one seed. Kansas should have got a number two. Miami, I just don't understand it. I guarantee you, if they had the name of Duke or North Carolina, I guarantee you without a doubt they would be a number one seed right now, and Kansas would be a number two. I guarantee it. I just don't understand how the selection committee could diss Miami. But in a coach's mindset, seeding ain't really that big of a deal. I mean, it is somewhat, but still, I mean, just, you know, from an analytical standpoint and stuff, it's just ridiculous. Miami most definitely deserved the number one seed. So instead you have Kansas. But instead you have Kansas out in the South. And, I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, in the Big Ten, they did put in 7 teams, as I projected. Iowa's out, as I projected. The Big East put in 8 teams, as I projected. And now, finally, we get to talk about Indiana. Indiana drawing a number one seed in the East. No doubt Louisville deserved the number one seed in the Indianapolis Midwest Regional. And you know, I'm not going to complain about that. I think without a doubt Louisville deserved it. Without a doubt, in my opinion, right now, this very second, Louisville is the number one team in the country. But anyway, Indiana did draw a number one seed in the East. Miami is in the region as number 2 seed. Not too happy about that because Miami's basically another number one seed. So, in my opinion, well, I think it's a fact, but that's besides the point. So Indiana has gonna have their hands full if they face Miami. But Indiana's full scheme, they should have no issue. Believe it or not, the second game on board, they're gonna be either facing Temple or North Carolina State, and depending on how Indiana comes out, I tell you, man, I mean, Indiana has answered the bell all season long against top-line teams. They lost one game all season to a ranked opponent, Ohio State at home. And but other than that, every game that they played with hype, and every team they played that was one of the elites they beat. So motivational issues is what I'm talking about with Indiana, and that's what I'm saying. That second game, they could run into trouble. That's why I think it's good that they got put in probably the toughest region, and I think it's good because it keeps them motivated. You know, Indiana, whenever they didn't have anything to prove during the season, that's when they kind of just came out with no energy and all that. I mean, every one of the losses but one is to unranked opponents, so I'm glad they got put in the toughest region. It will keep them on their toes and keep them motivated. But anyway, that's why I think it's good that Indiana got put in the toughest region, because it keeps Indiana on their toes. during the season, every one but one loss Indiana had was against unranked opponents. When they didn't have nothing to prove, they lost. When they when they played teams without hype or games without hype, that's when they lost. So they answered the call all season long, except at home against Ohio State. So this region will keep them on their toes, I think. They also have Syracuse in the region. They have Butler. They have Illinois. They have UNLV. It's just going to be tough. But hopefully tomorrow, I don't know how I'm going to approach this. Tomorrow I might just do to the Sweet 16. And Tuesday I might go to the Final Four Championship of my predictions, and then Wednesday I will start talking about what Indiana needs to do to make a run in the tournament and start breaking it down. I think that's how I'm going to do it. And then tomorrow at the end, I'll do the shortest but final top 10 of the season. And I don't know, there's so much I want to talk about, but like I said, these vlogs are so short. I wish I could I've been sharing a lot of good information on Facebook, but it's just really tough to fit it in a vlog. But another thing that stands out is I just think Louisville's destined to go to Atlanta for the Final Four and be in strong contention for the national championship at this point. And I think that's all I have today. I have had like 5 or 6 windows open on my computer all the last 3 or 4 days at all times. 2 TVs going nuts. Constantly. If the slightest thing happened in college basketball, I was all over it the last few days. I crunched real statistical numbers leading up to today, Selection Sunday, than a statistics class would do in a whole semester, it seems like. But anyway, I think that's it. Tomorrow, it will probably be the first day of my predictions, and I will go through the brackets, and I'm going to have to use the computer because, and I'll use the ESPN website. I just hope I can get it to where you guys can see it better. But until then, I hope everybody has a good night. And man, for some reason, I'm burning up hot. But until tomorrow, I hope everybody has a good night. Good luck with all your brackets that you have everybody's filling out, and hopefully you guys all do well. I'll try as hard as I can to give you the best insight I have, but there's just no real science to March Madness. So I don't care how smart you are or how much you know this stuff. It is extremely difficult to predict. I've through the years, every year, those games that just absolutely baffle me what happens. So this stuff, that's what makes March crazy. So until tomorrow, peace.